Hey YouTube, WolfeMan here. So, we've had a lot of big things happen in the world of comic books. Spoiler alert, right now we're about to hit a spoiler o'clock. If you guys haven't read anything I'm about to discuss, then, well, you're about to get spoilers. So, a lot of big things have been happening in comic books lately, like DC Rebirth dropped, Batman Rebirth, Flash Rebirth. On the Marvel side, we have Steve Rogers, Captain America issue number 1 just dropped. And they have a lot of big things. So, what I'm doing today in this video is this is a review of all new, all different Marvel and DC Rebirth. I've read a couple of the stories from the all new different Marvel. I've read some of the DC Rebirth stuff. Oh man. So basically, oh man, there's just so much. I don't even know where to start. I did a video a little while ago, and I had to delete it because I had a lot of background noise, and I wasn't really cohesive with a lot of what I was saying like I wanted to be. So we're gonna start with all new, all different Marvel. Steve Rogers, Captain America number 1. So the basic overview of the story is Cap's talking about his past. He's been returned to youth after Kobik, the Cosmic Cube, basically gave him his youth back and gave him powers again. So he's the super soldier once again. He is Captain America once again. But Sam Wilson is still also holding the title of Captain America. He has the old shield. He's got, the Falcon Captain America suit. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's actually really, really cool. But, so Cap starts talking about his past and how they have this woman. Well, in there are these two superheroes. Two other superheroes on Cap's team. 2 to 3. But, on Cap's team, they have Jack Flag and Free Spirit. Well, they go after Baron Zemo. Well, while they're going after Baron Zemo, Cap is getting beat. Like, he's about to take him down, but he gets dropped down the cargo bay. The cargo bay's open because of where he lands, yada, yada, yada. Zemo's about to come in and finish him off, and then here comes Jack Flag, saves Captain America, and then Cap's talking about how big of a hero he is. Sorry about that. He's talking about how great of a hero Jack Flag is by doing what's right, regardless of consequences. He's doing what he feels needs to be done. He's a hero, and how he believes in something bigger. Then he throws him out the fucking plane. Then it goes back into a pass shot, where the chick is finally asking for something in return for all of her kindness. And as it turns out, she's with Hydra. So Cap goes, as a child, little Steve Rogers goes to the meeting. And then at the end of the issue, what does he say? I believe in something bigger too. Hail Hydra. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm okay with this, but it's a great plot twist. I'm very excited to see where it goes. Because, come on. Cap being a Hydra agent this entire time, being the leader of the, punching a Hitler in the face, Hydra agent. Leading the Avengers, Hydra agent. He's been a Hydra agent this entire time. That's amazing. But one thing not a lot of people have addressed, besides maybe one person I've seen, is Kobik. We don't know where Kobik stands, being good or evil. We have no idea. So, who's to say Kobik didn't rewrite Cap's mind to make him a Hydra agent? We don't know that. We have no idea. He even states in the comic, this new Hydra is getting under my skin. Recruiting kids to do their dirty work and whatnot. So, we don't really know where the story's heading. I think we're only like one issue in, if the second issue hasn't dropped already, which I haven't seen anything that it has. Now I'm going to go over to Deadpool. Deadpool died during the events where the multiverse was collapsing in on itself. So, boom, the multiverse is collapsing in. All the Earths are kind of and whatnot. Well, Deadpool dies. Like, Earth crashes in, kills him and his family, yada yada yada. Well, it comes back. And in Deadpool issue number 1 for the all new, all different Marvel, they have Deadpool, just so many different types of Deadpool, like multiple Deadpools. Deadpool's apparently rich now, and he's funding the Avengers. And what he's doing is he's hired some of his villains and hero friends to take on the mantle of Deadpool as well. So he can accept any job that's coming to him. He's world famous. And his merchandise sales are helping, fund the Avengers. Well, he's starting to spend his money too fast. But he's going to fix that. Yada, yada, yada. Well, all of a sudden, there's a Deadpool that's not the real Deadpool framing the real Deadpool for crap. So, yeah. Well, as it turns out, it's Madcap. Madcap is the Deadpool that's doing this. The thing about Madcap is, for 4 years, Madcap and Deadpool were the same person. Because Madcap was another healing factor kind of person, and Thor turned both of them to dust. Well, their healing factors came in, and they healed together as one person. Well, after that, for 4 years, Madcap was up here. Then something happens and Madcap and Deadpool are ripped in half. On one side, Madcap comes back. On the other, Deadpool. So now they're separated. Well, he hires Madcap to be one of his Deadpools. Madcap goes crazy because he's fucking Madcap. Come on now. Tries to frame Deadpool. After that, they stop him, yada yada yada, all this other crap. It's a really interesting story. There's a lot that goes into it. And all this happens within Deadpool issue 1 through 5 of the all new, all different Deadpool. So then I've already discussed the Captain America thing. The all new, all different Wolverine's dead, so it's X-23, and I'm fairly sure Old Man Logan's there too. Old Man Logan from the alternate dimension where he's aged, stuff like that. He's become decrepit. Most of his friends are dead, yada yada yada. Battle World takes place, yada yada yada. So there's that. Now let's go over to the DC side of things. During the Darkseid Wars, Batman takes the Mobius chair. Now, the Mobius chair was created by being named Mobius, who got the anti-life equation and became the Anti-Monitor. Then Metron, one of the new gods from, Darkseid, basically loses the chair and Batman takes it because Metron took the chair from Mobius. Well, whenever he does that, we have come in to Batman getting the Mobius chair. And it has all of the knowledge of the universe, past and present. So Batman asks it the most basic of questions that he knows without a doubt is true. Who killed my parents? Joe Chill. Already knew that. Then he asks the chair, what's the Joker's true name? And then we're left in the dark. Nobody knows. Come end of Darkseid Wars, Hal Jordan asks, hey, what did the chair say about the Joker? And basically Batman goes, which one? The chair didn't know who I was talking about. There are 3. So now we have 3 Jokers running around the DC universe. In DC Rebirth, the issue, Batman's sitting in front of his computer after Superman dies, completely dead, turned to ash, gone. He's sitting there staring at a screen. Now you have kind of the Adam West, really, really silly, overly kiddie type Joker. Right in the middle, you have the dark, sinister, Killing Joke Joker. And then on the third screen is the New 52 Joker. Now, visually, they all look very different. Now, there are a couple of different theories on who they could be. I have my own theories. One theory I have is that one of the Jokers is Alfred, because who better to outsmart Batman than the person who's raised him his entire life? Who better to, show Batman what for than the person who knows him better than anybody else on the planet? Another theory I have is it could be Night Owl, because although Rorschach is more like Batman in mentality, in terms of skill, knowledge, intelligence, that's Night Owl, hands down. And so, come on, there's a lot of different things that go into that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you find out in DC Rebirth that the Watchmen are coming. And who's to say that the Watchmen aren't already there? Just we haven't been able to see them. That's a big thing. And a lot of people have brought that up, so that's where I'm getting that from. But there's just so much more that goes into all of this. So let's zoom over to Flash. You see a very familiar crime scene, but it's not the Flash's crime scene. It's another kid who they think the father was responsible for the mother's death. The kid watched it all, yada, 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 bullshit. So, from there, you also see a white version of the Flash. But you can't see his mouth. He's screaming, I will kill them all, Flash. That's Godspeed. Godspeed is the new villainous speedster next to Eobard Thawne, Professor Zoom, or Reverse Flash as a generalized term. Now, there's just so much more that goes into all kinds of stuff with this. So, you've got Batman Rebirth that happens, and it's mostly about Calendar Man, and it takes place within the process of a week or a year. It's all really, really funny how you look at it. So, basically they have Duke from the comic We Are Robin, which was a little street gang taking the name of Robin to, help stop crime, stuff like that. Well, in the end, Duke is there training with Batman, and he says, I don't want to be your Robin. Batman says, I don't want you to be my Robin either. I'm going to try something different. And shows him a yellow suit that has kind of a bat symbol on it. Kind of. I'm not exactly too sure what's going on with that. I don't get to read the comics. I get all of my information from the internet because I'm too broke to read these comics. So I get a lot of my information from research that I do on them because I'm a huge comic book nerd. Now, granted, I like science. I'm okay with history, but I'm a bigger writer than anything. So English and writing was always my thing. I used to be a decent artist, not anymore. But so now what I want to do for you guys is I want to ask, how do you guys feel about all these things? How do you feel about the all new, all different Marvel? How do you feel about, Deadpool being rich? How do you feel about Captain America, Steve Rogers being a Hydra agent? How do you feel about there being 3 Jokers in the new DCU? How do you feel about Godspeed? How do you feel about all of this stuff? Like, there's just so much there to process. What's your opinion on everything? Leave me comments down below, and we'll see about what we're going to talk about for the next episode. I'm wanting this channel to get a lot bigger, so what I'm asking for from my audience, give me suggestions on what you guys would like to see me do within the next couple of episodes. I'll look through all the comments, I'll read them, and I'll see what you guys think. Read what you guys think. I'll, get comments, and I'll go from there on what I'm going to do on the next show. I mean, I don't have all this fancy money. I don't have all this money to do all this fancy stuff with my episodes like some of these other people do. So my episodes are really basic. But I prefer the way I do mine because it's more of a face-to-face. I'm right here. I'm not standing behind this background. I don't have all these fancy pictures blocking the video and all you're hearing is my voice. No, you get to see my face, you get to see my voice, and I have a discussion. I'd give my opinions, I give my, thoughts, stuff like that. What I would like to do right now is give me comments. Let me know what you guys think about everything. Let me know what you guys want for the next episode. If I don't know anything about it, I'll go do research on it so I can give you a good episode. But anyway, guys, as always, stay safe, stay beautiful, YouTube. I look forward to hearing from you.